Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Frozen Frontier. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Yep.
Yeah, all good.
I'm regretting my lack of cap a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. Once you've committed to wearing the cap, you can't walk back on that choice.
I'm going to throw it out there, Greg. I think you should wear the cap.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I thought you had. Do you not wear headphones?
Do you have like a winter
I
hat
don't
that you
own
can wear?
headphones. No, I have earbuds for when I run or shoot hoops, but I don't have like headphones
How do you not get crazy feedback?
because I have a good mic. I don't know.
You use a Yeti, don't you?
Yeah.
You can set it to block noise from behind.
Right. Yeah. So like it has settings where it can do circle and it can do half circle, and I have it on half circle.
I would still get feedback, but apparently Greg is a wizard.
You don't
with
have it
audio.
on Cartoid? The heart one?
Yeah.
The...
Oh, hasn't everyone
Alright.
got nice microphones?
This... Oh, I guess that's out of focus.
I take it back.
It doesn't label it.
I didn't mean to. As soon as we go live, everyone starts batting their microphones around.
Guys, can you?
No, I
can you hear
don't.
me?
I don't know what the setting's called. It's supposed to just be half a circle, right? So this
Okay.
stuff is
Cardioid.
not, and this stuff is not.
Nice.
But if
I'm
I
sorry
turn
for-
my TV like way up, look, I have a janky ass setup. All right, like this is like I got books stacked under an old TV as my second monitor. And, like,
You do
cords
the same
running 9
thing.
different
You use a
directions.
tech.
And like,
I use a
have,
textbook as
3
my monitor
different
stand
kinds
too.
of lamps, and none of them are really what you want. That's why I have shadows behind me. Like, look, it's just janky as hell, but like, it works for me, and that's what matters.
I'm sorry for derailing the conversation. We can talk about
Yes.
our gear another time, but we're
We
already
should
running
do
late, and we got no
recap.
recaps, so we better get bumbling through that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should do some recap stuff. And if you want in-game sound effects, you should join the Discord audio call.
Hey, Neal, there's something going wrong there.
With what?
I can you sound like a god or something. I don't know. It's weird.
And what's wrong with this?
Can you guys not hear that? What the
You're
fuck's going
you're
on?
playing your audio through Discord as well, so we're getting like double voice from Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My voice is going through Discord?
Oh yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. I just joined. Wow.
Crap?
You do sound. I mean, you sound
sounds
like
less-
a proper DM.
Hello?
Yeah, I was gonna say less godly and more power trip.
No, but it would have been good if when we spoke to Malchus, you could have turned that shit
Hello.
up.
Yeah.
No, I can still hear it, Neal.
I think you just need to mute your mic in Discord.
There shouldn't be a mic in Discord. It should only be pulling from the browser audio. This is what, so those of you who may be watching this on VODs and missing the live stream, we have stopped doing the general recap, and this is normally the sort of shit we talk about before the stream, but today is a special day. We have had microphone and audio problems up the wazoo. You might hear some buzzing coming from Nick.
No, I fixed it.
No, I can still hear it.
Really?
Yes. I'm not even screwing with you. But it's fine, Nick. It's fine.
Is it louder now though?
Yes, you just made it way worse.
Okay. That's as good as it gets. Sorry, you haven't any better than this.
Wow.
Next.
So professional.
So professional.
Hey, you're not playing through Discord anymore.
I'm not playing anything through Discord.
Oh.
Discord's just not taking. It's no longer picking up my audio.
I guess if you don't play any sound through it, then you're automatically not going to play your voice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to solve the problem.
Yeah. So while I sort out Discord issues, why don't we have a recap? Because we don't have a recap from our lovely recappers, Ashfires and Mixie Pixie. So, or Pixie Mixie. So why don't you guys be our recappers? What is the story? What's
Did
going
we start
on?
at the lighthouse last time? I can't remember.
Did we do what last time?
Last time you
yeah,
did
no, we
start
started,
just
yeah.
before
Yeah, we
the
did.
lighthouse.
No,
You
we
got to the
woke up in
lighthouse.
tent. It was 6th day of rest after a much
Okay.
kobold scrolling
Thank you.
and bear
Now I remember.
eating.
Yeah.
If you
so
guys
we-
had rested on the 7th day, you would have been the gods of this area, but you gave up one day early.
Fuck, we could have finished the campaign, guys.
Yaromir does like title Lord of Winter.
So what's the happy half? What's going on in
Yeah, so we
Caldonia?
started out in the forest, and we slowly chugged our way back to the lighthouse with a bundle full of gold that we had looted out of a little secret hidey hole in the salt mine that we were in the session prior. We made it back to the lighthouse, managed to camp out there overnight. We were being followed by gnolls along the way, but we just kept pressing forward, and they did not bother us. And the next day, a ship arrived. I think the ship might have already been there, or it arrived to pick us up. One of the two. It doesn't matter. And after we signaled them from the lighthouse, they sent a rowboat out to come pick us up. And the rowboat promptly crashed, and the sailors inside of it drowned.
One drowned.
Okay, yeah, just
I
the
think
one.
another froze, and then one survived.
I think 2 survived.
Maybe 2 survived.
I know one died in the water, but I guess one of them
People
might have died from
died.
hypothermia after. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that one sank. They said they started signaling us with flags that Yarmir eventually managed to decipher in a way that read, "We are having technical difficulties. Please stand by." And then we waited a little while longer for the tides to change, and they sent another rowboat out to pick us up, and we got out of town.
Excellent. And then what happened? Let's switch it over to Greg. What happened once you got out of town?
We sailed for a long time.
All right, and Ryan, what happened after you sailed for a long time?
We returned to the fort, sent some loot home,
All right.
and let's see what was going on at the fort. It seems like the kobold. I'm missing something.
Greg's
No, you
just
didn't miss
happy.
anything. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
So the
it's a
fort.
joyous day.
Yeah, it seemed like the kobold attacks had intensified at the fort. So we sort of hunkered down, stayed local, and tracked around a bit, and trapped around a little bit. Hopefully have the fort secured. And then we went off in search of Musa and his band of gnolls, and found them. I don't know if we've got the map up, but I think we are where our token is now is Musa's camp. We tried to parlay, but that didn't exactly go
Those
so well.
treacherous and dastardly
But
monstrous races just
they-
lacks
they
the
let us-
capacity for a peaceful parlay.
They led us into an ambush under our white flag of peace,
Yep.
and it was a close thing. I think all of us nearly went down, but we managed to push the gnolls back. Is Musa dead, or did he retreated into the?
He retreated. He was at like 2 HP, but I couldn't get the last shot on him.
Yeah. So the gnolls are like holed up in this old. I don't know what this is. I don't know if these were originally buildings or if the gnolls made it.
Yeah, we
They've
can't
got
tell,
this
can we?
little fort thing, and they are currently holed up in there. I think we're about to retreat, right? Is that the plan?
We did retreat. We made it like an hour out or something.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys went a mile back or an hour back. You retreated away from their camp a significant way
Yeah.
in order to rest and recuperate.
And then go back in and systematically take care of the problem.
Well,
Yes.
I've had some thoughts on that.
Well, why don't we just hop into game right here then?
All right, I was just making sure. I wasn't sure if I was just fucking around with my cables. So.
Well, it's cool.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, here we are, sat at the camp, all nursing our wounds of the previous day, and I say, what if there was a group of gnolls out hunting that return to the fort, and then we go back tomorrow? If there's like another 5 or 6 full health gnolls there, it might be enough to swing the battle against us.
There were already a lot more gnolls than I was expecting. I
Yeah.
can't imagine there was a hunting party out.
You don't think?
I looked to Ferris.
Well-
Did you see any signs of
I didn't see any
more
print- or-
movement?
What was the weather like yesterday, Neal? Would it have been like if there were recent prints, I would have seen them, but they would have been covered up over a longer period of time.
Oh,
All right. The weather yesterday was. You mean the day before the battle or the day of the battle?
Of the battle. So like I looked around the little like fort mound thing that they have, and I'm wondering if there were any like visible prints, but I'm also wondering if the weather was like windy enough that if they were not recent prints, they would have been covered up.
there
Is
are
this
some prints on the
conversation
map.
happening the day of the battle or the day after?
I think this is the evening
We've
of the
retreated.
battle.
Yeah.
Evening of? Okay.
We've retreated to a camp some mile or so away.
I am pulling up these things. The weather today was a 9. I believe that's light weather.
Okay.
But I'm
That sounds
double
right.
checking.
I
Yeah.
recall missile fire being difficult.
Yeah, it was a
Battle.
-3 to missile fire.
Okay, that's definitely light.
Okay, would that be enough that if like the tracks are more than say a few hours or maybe like 8 hours, they would have been largely covered up by snow?
it would just be a more difficult
I know
check. Yeah, like it would be possible to follow them, but you'd have to be pretty good.
Okay, so I'm not trying to follow anything. I'm just wondering, did I notice any tracks that looked like they were going away from the camp from when we were approaching it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I didn't see anything. It's possible they have a hunting party out, though. The wind can cover tracks very quickly in this area.
Yeah. Well, what if there's another option? Maybe we could sneak back there, or Grimes could sneak back there and burn the place down, or
It's made out of snow, isn't it?
No, the wooden structure that they're in.
For all we
I thought it
know,
was just a wooden door. Actually, at a game, isn't it just a wooden door?
But there's it's an actual building.
I don't think they have an actual building in the back.
Well,
Okay.
so you see the door, but like everything else is packed with snow. But it's not just like a door that someone has placed in a snowy wall.
It's
like there is some
looks like an
structure
old human
behind it,
building.
probably.
Okay, I thought they had literally made like a giant snow fort.
Well,
No,
I don't
it's
think
not a
Ferris
snow
ever.
fort.
I don't think Ferris ever got close enough to look. Right?
No, I went inside. I went up.
Ferris did. I'm the one that stayed with.
Okay.
Yeah, I was ready to shoot in case one of you opened the door.
Yeah.
I
That's
tried to
right.
run when you open the door.
So, for all we know, there are pups inside. Do we really just want to burn an entire Knoll village alive?
They have no problem with this.
I mean, what are we gonna do with them if we kill Musa?
Would
and
you
all?
rather slaughter all the adults and wait for those children to grow up to hate all humans?
If we kill their parents, they won't live anyway.
Well,
If
in
you
any
truly
case-
want to show mercy to those child gnolls, you should take them back to the camp to grow up among you. Anything else is a cop-out.
No, they are evil creatures. You bring them to the camp, they will grow up to kill us anyway.
There's no mercy for gnolls. Not on my expedition.
Well, in any case, strategically, I don't think going back is a good call. We're all beaten within an inch of our lives.
Yeah, but we can heal up faster than Musa.
Ferris, how much light left do we have in the day?
I'd take a peek outside. We went there decently early in the day, right? I don't remember when this
I
all
don't know.
happened.
It's been a couple of weeks. I can't remember anything.
What time is it, Neal?
I don't know.
Do you want me to roll like a d4 for what phase of the day we're at?
Sure, that sounds nice. We can use our fancy pantsy new rolling
It's
everything.
like early in the morning still. We got all day to us.
Yeah.
Then perhaps what we should do with rest of day is spend time looking for good place to hide away, right? Place where camp will be unnoticed in forest, and then afterwards we can rest, recuperate. I can heal your wounds. Perhaps we come up with ambush plan for gnolls. I'm sure they will search for
If we
us.
plan to rest in the tent, we might want to head back to the fort. Bear in mind that we have to burn a fire to stay alive out here, and if they send any sort of hunting party out in the night, they'll be able to find us rather easily.
Are we so sure they'll come looking for us?
I don't think they'll come looking
I think
for
we
us.
beat them nearly as bad as.
Normally, I'd say no, but they still had quite a few who were alive. Suppose they managed to surround the tent? That could change our prospects rather quickly. Suppose they set fire to the tent.
What if we take up a position along their retreat path? Pick them off if they try to run?
Try to run to where? I don't think they'll leave their building. To be fair, though, time is on our side. We've crippled their numbers. If we went back to the fort for a week and then came back, it would be a far easier fight than it was yesterday or earlier today.
Perhaps when we come back, numbers have been bolstered. Remember the captain. She says she has report of Noel working with kobolds. Perhaps this is a one-time thing. Perhaps this is in a whole alliance. It's possible we come back later and we have just as many numbers to fight. Weaker ones, smaller ones, but numbers all same.
It's possible. Do you have any magic, Yaramir, that could burn the place down?
Yes, I've heard of wizards who can conjure great fireballs.
No, not from distance. I have to get up close and personal to burn.
Well,
So I see we've got three choices. Where they go there under the cover of darkness and attempt to burn them out or somehow deal with this in an underhand way. We rest up a couple of days and head back for a stand-up fight, or we return to the fort and then return in a week or two when we are recovered. Any thoughts?
You're the captain.
And I'm asking for your opinion.
I think the safest course of option is to go back to the fort. We don't want to wake up surrounded. They might be injured, but if we allow ourselves to be surrounded by... How many were left? More than us, easily.
Yeah, sure.
Being surrounded in the night could be bad news. You do not look too whole and healthy there, William.
No, it's true.
I'd agree.
I'm worried of them bolstering their ranks, but even if we wait out here in the woods, we're adding, what, a couple of days in terms of travel time?
What happened to Bokasa's tribe when we beat them bloody? They turned tail and ran.
This is worry I share, Grimes. We did not find them going south. Perhaps we missed them. They went north instead. Perhaps we have combined might of tribe to deal with.
I was more suggesting
Combined might
that,
of the four remaining that managed to escape.
Yeah, I was more
believe there were
suggesting
more
that...
than that.
I was saying that Musa is likely to retreat if he knows what's good for him.
If you're willing to scout,
pack.
that would be fine with me.
I am not very good scout. Loud footsteps.
No, Grimes is light on his feet. I see him scouting all the time.
You send me out into the storm like this, I'm a dead man.
And that's why I suggest we go back to the fort. The
And
opportunity does no good to us if we all die from our wounds.
What do you say, Yarmir?
I think a problem started should be finished, but if you are in no condition to fight, I yield to your judgment. You are warrior.
Relax, William. Nobody will question your manhood if you plan a tactical retreat this day.
I kind of agree with Yarmir that we're on the verge of crushing this for good, and if we give them a chance to breathe, we don't know where it's going to go.
So?
There is a difference between retreating tactically and going back to fort and coming back another day. Perhaps there is interim option. We have all day. Perhaps we get far enough away, we can rest up for a while. Get your wounds patched up. We can come back with better plan. I have spells, such as Gloom, that can control where they go. Perhaps we can smoke them out and lay in wait for them.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe we head a bit further than this and spend 2 or 3 days recovering. Well, our recovery rate should be better than theirs. I'm assuming they don't have proficient doctors. And then maybe Grimes can scout on them in the meantime to see what they're doing. If they leave their fort or if they seem to gather reinforcements or anything like that, we might be able to get the jump on them.
Very well. I don't believe they have particularly good night vision. Grimes and I scouting during the night should be able to spot them if they try to approach.
So let's see if we can get, what do you think, like 2.5, 3 hours away? That should still give you to be close enough to get back and watch them for a few hours at least.
Oh, I won't be going back to their camp. That would be suicide. They're faster in the snow than we are. I meant set up a watch around our camp. Grimes has rather sharp eyes, and I can see quite well in the dark.
I have ability to warn us if they get too close. For about 6 hours, I can ward camp.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Go to bed when... about 6 hours before sunrise. Once your alarm's gone down, we'll be able to see quite far. If they try to approach, we'll know it.
Well, let's see if we can find somewhere secure then and spend the night. I think let's just spend a couple of days healing up. If they find us and surround us, then we'll have to deal with that when it happens. So, I guess can Faris try and help us find a really good camping location? Maybe one that's like backed up by cliffs on one side, a hill on the other, somewhere that's secure.
Okay. You guys can search around and eventually find some sort of secure camping location.
So about 2 or 3 hours away from that fort.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
Which direction? North of the...
I think north, back towards.
Yeah, we went back north, so we're gonna go even further north and try and
Yeah.
find like a nice secluded place where we can hide our tent.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's make camp here and spend a few days healing up.
Okay.
Should we go back to the world map?
Yeah, let's go back to the world map. I'm just getting distracted with CSS stuff again, and I should stop.
Okay.
It's style, by the way, it's the style bot that is ruining the CSS. It's actually combining multiple things that shouldn't be combined and somehow changing the floats. It's super fucked up. Never use style bot, apparently.
Fuck Stylebot.
Fuck style bot. All right.
You heard it here first.
No doubt. So we are back on the world map.
So it's a light day. We probably don't get far in 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't think the
trekking
goal is
3
to get
hours
far. I think we're more worried about time than distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys are just gonna hang out and rest for the rest of the day, right?
Yeah, how many rations did we take from the fort with us?
I've got 24 days on me.
Okay.
I've got 7 days on me
Very good.
for one
I
person.
got nothing on me.
Yeah, I've got
There's
6
plenty of
days.
gnolls. Did we just leave their bodies out in the snow?
Yep.
I
there's-
scalped them.
Oh, how many scalps did you get? You got 4, right? 5? Okay.
5 scalps. Good.
No, hold up. Let me recount.
My math says
1
4.
detect magic scalp, 5 unprinted. Yeah. 5.
Okay.
So Neal, this place, what is it like? How well defended is it?
Well, what sort of place did you want to find? Explain to me what you wanted specifically, and I will, we'll
So-
negotiate.
So we can't be easily surrounded. And secondly, if there's,
I think what we're looking for is terrain isn't flat here. Even if it's snow drifts, we're looking for something to put our back to, either like a rock outcropping or a large snow drift, right? Something we put our back to so that we have a front that is, we can really only be accessible from one side that we can see out to. And we're probably looking for a place that's heavily forested to where the smoke might get trapped in the canopy, might leak out little by little. It's not just smoke, obviously, rising up out
And then if it filters out slowly, it probably
right,
won't be
yeah.
as
So
visible
we're
from a
looking for kind of
distance.
like a densely wooded area with a rocky kind of like outcropping or incredibly large snow drift to put our back to.
Well, thank God it's the beginning of the day, so you guys have all day to look for a place like this. Eventually, you'll find something very similar to it. The rocky outcropping is going to be a little bit smaller than you would like. It's hard to find
That's fine.
unsnowed area.
I mean,
around
as
you.
long as we find something that's dense enough that all the smoke is going to get trapped in the canopy, that's still going to be like finding a needle in the haystack for them.
Yeah, I mean it's a snowy area. It's a forest. There's a lot of snow in the canopy, so often like the smoke will go up and kind of spread to the sides.
How deep are our prints, Neal, when we walk?
We have snowshoes, so I don't think they're deep there.
Yeah, so if
big.
possible, I want to keep us walking single file in a way that the sled drags behind us and like slightly compresses down on the tracks that we're making so that the snow will fill it in faster.
That's fine. So William is the last one in the marching order then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. You have found your place. You hunker down and make camp for the night.
And we take watches, I think, even through the day.
All right. I would like to break this down into 4 watch cycles. I know you might be shifting more often than that, but we're going to do each of you making me a perception check for your watch. And let's just go down the order, starting with Greg.
So wait,
Oh, yes.
is this for like night or during the day? Because during the day, Ferris will just keep watch. I've got a good perception score. I'm pretty.
I was
healthy.
going to just have you all roll, and then on the condition that something happens, I would make
Okay,
a
so
50-50
it's not
chance.
based on time. You're just assuming
Right.
that we rotate through it. Okay.
Yeah. Assuming
Nice.
optimal rotations.
D20 plus 14.
Wow, that is an excellent feat of perception, Yaromir.
There we go.
It really is.
It
I think it's
really-
the best I can roll.
Oh, Grimes is distracted.
So at the end of my watch, since I'm going first,
Yes.
I want to put my alarm spell down. It goes up to a 20 by 20 cube, so I'm gonna put that around our tent. And since we're placed up against a rock wall, I'm gonna put it so like the edge of it is in front of our tent and 20 feet out in front of us.
I know I don't know if we rolled exactly in order. Ferris probably wants to prioritize being out during the night because I've got night vision. Like I've got infravision, unless you renamed it for your world name. So I can see better in the dark than all these measly humans.
Measly humans. I mean, the greatest race ever to exist.
Oh, I agree. Humans are the greatest fantasy race, but Ferris does not think so.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go a different way there and be like, humans are only fictional creatures, but
No.
I see.
If I think I could get away with it, I would definitely ban every race that wasn't human from D&D.
Nice.
I already banned gnomes.
Fucking gnomes. All right, so you guys are resting. Okay. Nick, I would like to check in with you a moment here. It's your watch. You're gazing out over the kind of glistening snow. Wherever sunlight shines, it's glistening. The rest of it's just kind of damp and dark. How are you feeling about the wholesale slaughter of the gnolls here? Is this like a glorious victory for the Empire? Or is this like a personal conundrum for you or some other in-between area?
I think it's not a personal conundrum because I've spent my life sort of killing monsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to ignore the fact that, I mean, aside from the fact that they look different, these gnolls, the way that they're set up here, it's kind of quite close to a normal civilization rather than just like monsters living on the edge of town killing people as it would be back on the mainland. Like they're not really causing any actual trouble to us here.
Mm-hmm.
But because
for it not causing any trouble.
But because gnolls back on the mainland are, they kill people and they raid and they're evil and everyone accepts that gnolls probably need to be killed. That was just kind of the default reaction to them. So I know that they've got to die because any true colonization attempt couldn't work if there's a population of gnolls living here. So it is what it is. Duty's duty.
Cool. Nope, you know what? Never mind. The rest of the afternoon and evening passes uneventfully. A kobold patrol spotted you guys before you spotted them and took off, but that doesn't matter because you never saw them there. But it happened. We move on to the next day. It is the 16th of November, and the weather.
So we got
outside...
1 HP from Yaramir's healing, right?
No, we battled that day.
I thought you can do strenuous activity. It says in the book
Strenuous
you can get
activity,
healing,
not including fighting.
not including fighting. Okay.
So I think
Go ahead.
we spend at least this day healing, right? I think maybe 2 or 3 days healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will run out of tiny bells and silver wire in 2 more days.
What's that?
That's
For
the
the
alarm spell.
Grimes, do you have any interest in going to spy on the camp?
Sure. I think I'll need to leave some of my gear here.
Just be careful.
Careful would be not going to spy on the camp, but. All right, so I'll leave my backpack here and take off. But how is the day? With the weather?
Light.
Light, so that'll take a while.
Do you want my horn?
Sure.
Probably worth taking, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll grab the
Do you
horn.
desire any backup? I think I am most hale and hearty of people here. I guess if I leave, I cannot tend to wounds of.
Yeah, you
these people.
I think
should scouting really be our top priority right now? Grimes, you look like hell. It might be best for you to recover some of your injuries and be healthier if the fight is going to be coming soon. Whether you scout or not, it's not going to change the outcome of what the gnolls are doing.
No, but it means that we'll see them coming if they're trying to attack us, or
If they're coming to attack us, then Grimes will probably stumble into their patrol and get himself killed.
I have more faith in them than that. Well,
that makes one of us. At least I've got the horn to let you know that I'm dying.
If you don't want to go, Grimes, you don't have to.
No, I'll go.
I give him a nod.
So I take off unencumbered south.
Before you go, I will kind of slip out the seal, the amulet of Tempos, and kind of look at it vaguely for a second, and kind of offer it to you and be like, I know you are not one to believe in power of magics, but mayhaps Tempos may decide it is not your time to die either. I just kind of like hold it out in an offering.
Whew. Grimes is a superstitious man, so I think he reluctantly takes it. I guess I could use a little, I don't know, a tip to the scales of fate.
Some good luck.
Sure. All right, I'll wear the amulet on this scouting expedition.
Nice.
And head off. I don't know mechanically if there's anything to do, but I will be attempting to conceal my travel and stay hidden.
Okay.
And I guess it's the same conditions as yesterday, so a couple hours to the Knoll camp.
Okay. Wonderful. Anything? No, that's it. Let's just bring you to the Knoll camp by yourself, well away from any sort of reinforcements or backup. Here you are, Grimes. We're just gonna.
I was able to make it here with no sign of gnolls.
No sign of gnolls.
All right.
All right. Here you are, buddy.
Yeah. So staying hidden, I'm going to circle around actually to the south side of the camp. So I don't know where you want to. So I'm probably coming in from over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clear
Take your
some of
time. Square at a time. Fine.
And I am hidden.
Right. You
And
are
probably
hiding.
and moving slowly and probably clearing my footprints as is convenient.
Right.
At this point, probably not, but.
Do you want to give me like a moving silently check?
Yes. Yeah.
Grimes is off the edge of the map, man.
Oh.
So fine. I'll solve it.
I'll
So
move
it's a
closer.
production
in a second.
problem.
Nice.
You're probably supposed to roll that in secret, aren't you? But hey.
Yeah, I probably should have done that. My mistake, Grimes.
All right, and then I think I'll hide in this bush and see if I can get a view of anything. I don't know if you want. Both my hide and my move silently are 15 at the moment.
Okay.
So I think I'll pause and hide in this bush and see if I can get a view inside. Like, is there smoke pouring out of the...
There is not.
There's no smoke?
Nope.
All right, so I think I'm gonna... I don't know if I can roll a perception check to see if I see anything, and if it looks clear, I'm probably gonna dash to this next tree. To these trees over here.
Okay.
Come
Go
on,
for
Grimes,
it.
don't die.
Do I see any like pit traps evident? Like, can I make a check to see if there's any like traps on the road or anything like that?
Yeah, give me a perception check as you scout the area.
Pass.
Nice.
23.
You don't see any traps. But
So
as
it
you're
looks
looking
like-
around, you do notice here on the south side, there are relatively fresh prints.
Okay.
Lots of them that leave kind of like over the hill and head down like this.
Okay. If I don't see any gnolls or danger, I'm gonna sprint to here, to there.
Okay,
So just
easy
in like
peasy.
one move, run, dive in that bush, get myself hidden, and then look around again.
All right. From here, you can see that there's actually quite a few tracks. It looks like maybe 5 or 6 people, maybe something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach and take a look. Can I see direction at all? Does it seem like it's coming down the hill, leaving, or is this like reinforcements coming in?
No, it looks like they're headed this way. You can tell because there's like the front of a print is a little bit deeper, and then there's kind of like fluff coming off the backside.
Yeah. Okay. I think feeling a little confident, I like stand up near where these tracks are and try and look south in the direction they're heading. If I can get a feel for.
You can't see any creatures down there.
Yeah.
but it does look like there are many tracks.
All right. What is the back of this building like?
Covered in snow.
Can I
It's
climb
like,
it?
yeah, totally. You can get on the roof, no problem.
Yeah,
Oops,
I think
I need to
that's
put
the route I'll go.
you. I guess I can't put you on the roof because the roof doesn't actually have a tile asset. It just has
Okay.
like, yeah, but you can be up on the roof, no problem,
Sure.
somewhere.
And I don't know if there is any window or anything I can listen in, or if there's like a vent on the top where smoke would come out.
There's a place for smoke to rise up.
Is there smoke coming out of it now?
Nope,
I'll
definitely
put
not.
I'll put my ear to it and do a listen check. As eavesdrop or whatever.
Yep, give me
It's
your
only an 11. Should I roll?
Please do roll.
25 on my eavesdrop.
All right, you listen closely, and you don't hear a single thing from down this chimney. Dead silent.
I'm gonna drop in front of the building
Mm-hmm.
and listen at the door one more time. I don't necessarily think
We'll
I
keep
get
the same check. It's
Yeah,
still quiet.
yeah, and I think I will push the door open just to crack and peek in.
Oops, let me move some things around. Grimes, you can step on into the building.
It's empty,
It's
obviously.
empty, yeah. There's things on the ground, like people took off in a haste, but not so hasty. Like you can see a weapon rack where you clearly used to have spears that would be stacked here, but they're all gone. There's like one kind of badly damaged shield stuck in a corner somewhere. The area where it looks like daily rations may have been kept is pretty barren. There's just like a few crumbs lying around of this, that, the other thing. There's a
So
nice
I'll
stack
take-
of firewood.
I'll take a couple of minutes to look for any valuables. I don't know if you want like an appraising to quickly search the area and
Yeah,
grab
that sounds
anything worth
nice.
taking.
Yeah.
I really need to annotate these rolls. Greg's macros make me jealous. All right, I failed to appraise, so I think I
know-
probably don't know. It just looks like no crap, right?
The only things here that could possibly be worth anything are the furs you're thinking, and the furs are all kind of like, there's fleas in them, like actively jumping around. You're
Yeah,
probably
so
gonna have
this-
bites on your ankles.
This back room was full of shit, right? That was their outhouse.
Yes, this is the outhouse.
I don't go back to the outhouse, but
Okay.
thank you for showing me again. The other room, did we ever search it?
Maybe
one up
someone did,
here.
but you don't seem to recall ever being part of that search.
Yeah, so I'll approach and do another listen check at the door. I don't know if if you want me to roll a fresh one or should I roll a fresh eavesdrop or
Yes, please do.
No, I probably assume it's clear.
Do you step in?
Crack the door open.
Looks like some sort of workshop. There are leathers sitting around waiting to be tanned or in the process of being tanned. There's tools for shaping these things in
Is it
different
all
ways.
leather or woodworking?
Some woodworking, some leatherworking, some stoneworking. The place reeks of like dead animal because of all these like animal hides left around. And there's some other weird, like there's ash that's pushed on some things. The whole thing's just kind of like a workman's mess shop. And it's gross and smelly.
Okay. I will leave then. And I'm going to head up the lookout tower on my way out.
Okay. You can climb the tower on your way out, but you don't see anything special about it.
How high up is it? How much of a view does it get?
It's like 15, 20 feet up. It actually doesn't have a very good view, like long-wise, but what it does have is a really good view kind of like between a few trees in a few directions. It looks like this would be a great spot to put like a scout for in case someone is coming within, like 400 feet or something. It doesn't give you like a view above the trees, but it gets you like just to the point where you could lean over the edge and see under the tree line really well.
How far do I think the horn blow would reach? We never really tested it, did we?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, I'll give the horn a good toot from atop the lookout tower. See if I can alert the party.
It's a good toot.
And then I probably sit there and wait wondering if they could have heard, if I could just sit here and let the party come to me. I probably dilly-dally for a good 10, 15 minutes, and then eventually climb down and make my way towards the party.
Okay. You arrive at the party. They were, like a couple miles away?
Yeah.
We said a couple of hours.
Couple hours.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
moving fast.
With
I
the
would-
trees in between, that seems like a long shot for a horn blast.
Yeah, but it's really still out here. No, I guess it's a light, windy day. You probably didn't hear it.
Okay. I had hoped that I could just wait here and let the party come, because this seems like a good place to camp. But I'll return to them, and it's probably been like half of the day at least, right? I will be moving. I'll be moving 25% faster than the party typically does, but still going to be like afternoon by the time I return.
Right.
What's going on at camp when I get back? What have you guys been up to?
Just resting.
Ferris killed William and assumed control of the party.
And is now eating his leg.
Yaramir's happy as long as he got the scalp.
Yeah.
That's how I got him to help. Yeah.
All right. So I come.
You return.
As expected, Musa and his pack have retreated south. Their fort is abandoned. Perhaps we should relocate there.
Well, I think we just head back to the fort then.
We're in
Fair
no
enough.
condition to go chasing them through the snow. Is there any reason to camp out in their abandoned fort?
Just a better campsite than this.
Out-the-door plumbing.
Well, we'll be leaving here tomorrow.
Okay.
But why go to the fort at all? We could just go back to the camp.
I thought we were hunting down these gnolls and killing every last one of them.
Do you think we can chase them? The tracks, we can't chase them now. We're in no condition to fight.
They left in a hurry. No attempt to cover their tracks. Even I can
Sure,
spot
but they're
them.
going to be covered up soon.
Well, maybe Grimes has got a point. If we get the jump on them, maybe we can beat them. Given a perfect scenario, Yaramir, do you have any spells that you could use that would allow us to end the fight quickly?
Under perfect circumstances, yes. Remember the arcane patterns that flooded your mind. They can hold people in place for as long as I keep them up. If perfect circumstances were to happen, they could conceivably force all of them into a trance, and you could coup de grace them. This requires if you injure them, they will awaken, but if you were to open a carotid artery, perhaps they would just die.
Give me a free hit on a null, and I don't think it's going to get back up.
Well, perhaps I could show you where main artery is to brain. Is easy way to kill.
I've been killing people for a long time, Yaramir. I don't need you to show me what to do.
Very good, very good. Your ways are brutal but effective. My ways aren't much of anything. I use magic, but I have knowledge that could help a better man with a knife. Perhaps I should teach Grimes. Grimes, do you know the carotid artery? Bleh. I cannot speak. My accent is wandering. I've traveled the 7 seas.
The carotid artery? No, I find it best to just stick them between the kidneys.
This is also a good place.
Between the kidneys, like in the middle of their body? Like the kidneys are on either side of you.
Just like sever their spinal
Gives a
cord.
big- Here's a big
Between
target.
kidneys is spinal cord. Then you take away, move to legs.
Clearly, Faris, you want to go back to the fort.
If we want to go chasing after gnolls, then we can go chasing after them. I'm not sure if we're going to catch up. They're faster in the snow than we are.
Yeah, but I think we'll give it a go, right?
So you guys are gonna chase down the gnolls?
Can we get back to their camp tonight and
Yeah.
rest there? We have time.
Yeah.
All right, pack it up. Eeps, let's go.
Alright. You guys pack your shit up and get out of Dodge. Now, Yaramir, under the healing proficiency, how often do you need to tend to a person in order for them to heal for the day?
I don't think it specifies.
That is to say, like, if Grimes were to leave camp for 5 hours.
I don't think Grimes gets the
I certainly am not getting complete bed rest, but in the past we've had I've been able to get some benefit. Like I can still heal while doing non-strenuous activity, right?
Right,
So I
but
can
I'm
be
wondering
out-
if his healing proficiency helps you when you're like not around most of the time. Like, does he need to constantly tend to people, or can he
none
just
of
like
this is
check
spec-
on you once
none
a
of-
day?
None of this is in the rules, but I mean, I would think that. I mean, like even if you're under the care of a doctor, you usually would. I mean, seeing the doctor once a day is probably.
Here'd be my
all you would
question, Neal.
expect.
I think it depends. It doesn't say in your rules. I just read through your non-proficiency description, and there's no specific thing about it.
Here'd be my question for you then,
It
Neal.
probably depends on the type of healing required, right? If I'm looking after you because you are under the sway of a disease or an infection or something like that, I probably need to tend to you multiple times per day to give you your medications to like make sure things are going okay. If you are having major surgery and I'm reattaching your arm, you probably need to rest, right? But if you're recovering from like cuts and bruises and things like that, I probably only need to like change your bandages, rub some ointment in, things like that once per day. And you could maybe give like a hit point total to that. So like if you're down 80% of your hit points, you need to be tended to multiple times, but less than that, maybe one. If you're under a disease or magical affliction, it needs to be higher.
I can see where you're going, Neal. I mean, but I don't think we want to mechanize it in that way.
No, I
Greg
don't.
just described this too complicated. I mean, I think in this case, having the armor dress, like stitch everything up in the morning, I come back. I mean, so I'm clearly engaging in non-strenuous activity or whatever.
Right.
So I'm just gaining 1 HP a day.
Okay.
But I think having like wounds tended in the morning, come back, he stitches up anything that I tore back open,
Sure.
cleans
sure.
anything.
Cool. You guys make it to the Knoll Fort that evening.
All right.
It's firewood there.
There is firewood, and there's an actual like full-fledged building, not just like a nice warm tent, but like a building that turns all weather conditions to non-existent, basically.
So if there's light when we get there still, I'll try and find the tracks with Faris and let's get a note of where these are, so if the weather turns tomorrow we can have an idea.
They are southward bound for certain, but they have at least a full day head start on you. If they left this morning, they're 1 day ahead. If they left yesterday after you retreated, they're 2 days ahead of you. And this is their natural environment, so unless they stop, if they are like just trekking it, they will outpace you for certain.
Yeah.
We're not going to catch them traveling. I think the goal here is to catch them where they're going.
Yeah.
If we find their new fort, even if we don't go and kill them at their new fort right now, we can go back to the fort, rest, come back, and we'll know where they are.
Yeah, that's a good point. But also, I mean, are they really going to be traveling at full speed when their leader's on Death's Door?
Yeah.
I mean, as
because
long as you've got
D&D
1 HP, buddy, you can travel at full speed.
D&D has no death spiral system, Nick.
Otherwise, you're not traveling at full speed either, because most of you are at death's door. So,
Well, I've got 7 HP, so
7
I
out
have
of.
more HP than you.
that's good.
Alright.
So it's like 20% HP. It's not great.
It's not great.
I'm
So
almost half.
So while they're looking for the tracks, I'm gonna do a better job of inventorying whatever the gnolls left behind. Probably mostly just like piling stinky, flea-ridden furs outside of the building, so we don't have to sleep with that.
Yeah.
You don't want fleas on your furs?
I'll pass.
The extra
no thanks.
warmth of the creatures will help keep you toasty.
No, we'll just leave them outside overnight, let all the fleas freeze, and then we'll drag them back in the morning.
So I'm going to forego casting alarm since we're in a full camp, and instead I'm going to cast continual light on the tower, the lookout tower, so that up above there's light coming down, so that the person on there can see like it's
But
day.
underneath the lookout tower, right? Like on the bottom side of it? Does that make sense? So it's not like
Yeah, so you're above it. Yeah.
So it's not the inside of the little tree, little platform that would be lit. It's the underside of the platform. So it's like a street light, lighting from above.
Right. It's like continual light down on the rest of
So you're above, you're outside of the light range, looking down
you're
into
looking
the light.
down into a lit area.
That's pretty sweet.
It's like
great.
yeah, like a platform
Yeah.
on top of a street light or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Good idea.
And you guys bed down for the night?
Were there any valuables or
No. The place is worthless. Anything that might have been valuable is not around.
Yeah. So 2 HP each.
1 for me, right?
If you traveled in this day, you get 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Traveling is a
Non-strenuous.
strenuous activity.
Well, traveling counts as
Okay.
Well, you're hiking through snow. I think if you're on like a road, it's probably non-strenuous, but like hoofing
It says
through
while
the-
traveling.
Overland, like adventure travel, is strenuous. If you're in a cart down a,
It says while traveling, you still
when
get
you're an
XP. It
adventurer,
specifically lists traveling.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say like huffing it through the snow is gonna be considered strenuous. It's not like
But it's not. It doesn't. It says or non-strenuous activity. It says traveling. Traveling is listed as separate from the strenuousness of the activity.
All right. Everyone gains some HP back. And we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to figure out what we're doing, and if we can hunt down these gnolls, or if the gnolls are gone, and you guys are going to declare victory. # mission accomplished. See you guys on the other side.